Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Scary Jerry Theories. Guys, number five, chapter five just dropped. Raw reaction here. I haven't seen it yet. And we actually have a guest today.
What's up,
If you'd like to.
guys? Uh, my name's Mr. Mage. I'm here. I'm a big fan of Scary Jerry's content. Big fan of the Crypts. I thought I'd just hop on to help talk about the manga. You ready to start this?
I'm absolutely ready. Let's look at this first panel. Pick up where we left off. Wither Storm coming right at Omni Man.
This
It
could be
doesn't look to have.
nasty.
It could. It could. It looks like he's not like Maharaga, where he's just going to attack anyone. He seems to be obedient to Hero Brian and only going for Omni Man. This could be very bad.
Now we'll see if Herobrine's technique is similar to the Ten Shadows later. I'm sure we'll see if he has any other summons up his sleeves. Or perhaps the
Absolutely.
Witherstorm could be a culmination of all of them. So
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
find
sure. I'm
out.
sure we'll find out.
On we see Herobrine go telling the Witherstorm to hit its finishing move. Looks like it's about to tombstone Omni Man on his head.
Yeah, like we said before, Omni Man, he is a Viltrumite. He can withstand a lot of stuff, but this Weatherstorm guy just ragged on him around. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It's just not looking good for him.
this is a really tough battle. We'll see how this
Yeah,
turns out.
he does. He slams him down, and
Oh,
he said Herobrine's coming now. He tells Omni Man it's time to die.
looks like he might want to finish this personally, but if you look on the right side of the panel, there's a woof
Shit.
from something
Whoa.
off screen.
Oh,
Could be
this look.
perhaps a new gang member to save Omni Man. Could be another one of Herobrine's summons.
I'm hoping this is someone to help out Omni Man. He could definitely use the help. I don't think it's any of the other three in the main quartet. So hopefully we get introduced to a new ally. That'll be very interesting.
That
I'm very
would.
excited.
That would. I would love to see the main cast expanded, especially with how many new adversaries we've seen join the
Hmm.
fray under the new top G. I think they really could use the help.
Absolutely, they could. Let's see who it is. Oh
So
shoot!
an army
It's
of 5 different wolves appears to be attacking Herobrine, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
This is
They're coming
interesting.
after Hero Brian. Shit. They're all tamed, so it looks like someone must have tamed them and sent them to help Omni Man and attack Hero Brian.
Or
Now, who
this
could this?
could have been maybe Omni Man's dogs from his own Minecraft world. Perhaps Herobrine teleported them into the overworld, not realizing this was close to Omni Man's base.
This could be true. As a Viltrumite, Omni Man has definitely traveled to many different places, lived for a very long time. It's very possible he has tamed these wolves from before. That could be what it is. I'm
Could
not
be.
so sure.
Could be. Oh, they're dogpiling Herobrine now. This is very interesting. I these have to be like super wolves or something. I don't think Herobrine would go down this easy, even with a sneak
Yeah,
attack. What do you think?
no, absolutely. They've got to be very powerful. If Omni Man couldn't land, he hasn't landed a single blow on Hero Brian, and these five dogs just taking him down like this, I don't know what's going on.
Maybe they're
Maybe
sent by
since
Cecil.
they could be sent by sea salt. These dogs, maybe it's because they're from the same world as Hero Brian. They're more adaptable to him.
That
Maybe
is
not.
true.
Maybe they are super dogs. Maybe they're modded. We're not quite sure.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, oh,
It's
it's
Steve.
Steve.
It is Steve, guys. That's
He's
right. It
here.
looks,
These are Steve's dogs for sure.
and it looks like we do have a new ally. Maybe Steve just has some personal beef with Hero Brian, not necessarily helping Omni Man, more or less just attacking Hero Brian. But either way, he definitely
Yeah,
helped out and saved
whatever
him.
it is, Omni Man needs it right now. I'm sure he'd take any of it. But it looks like
Absolutely.
Herobrine's not taking this lightly. I think he's about to do some sort of like explosion attack, perhaps.
Yeah, we have seen that used before.
That's what I'm
He's just
seeing from the
shaking these.
stats.
Yeah, he just shook these dogs off like it was nothing. He's ready to go. He's back in the battle.
Oh,
Oh,
a
holy smokes,
legendary
guys!
move. Could this perhaps be Jack Block's version of
This
Steve? This
this
could
could
be.
be because
The
the
Wither
Wither
Storm
Storm says,
says,
"Who
"Who
are
are you?"
you?"
He responds, "I
I
am Steve." This is a very
absolutely,
interesting matchup here.
yeah. Iconic reference to the Minecraft movie just came out recently this year. Very wonderful. If you have not already, please check it out. It will make this reference so much better. I promise you.
Definitely a worthwhile watch. I've heard that they're coming out with a new re-release that's going to be showing soon as well. So make sure to catch that in theaters.
I have. Maybe that could play a part in this.
It
We
could
don't know.
be. Moving on, we see the classic explosion attack here. The
Right.
like 80-degree Steve kick coming in with an explosion on one of the three Witherstorm heads. This could be
Incredibly
similar to
powerful.
a Hydra situation.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps Steve
Mm-hmm.
takes out one head of the Witherstorm, but two more come back. Because I have a feeling
Yeah.
the Witherstorm wouldn't go down this easy.
Oh no. I doubt he would. I don't know. This Steve could be very powerful. We're not sure whether or not he's in creative or survival mode. So, and or maybe maybe he's using some mods for some extra power.
That is
I
true.
don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be very
It's
interesting
going
to
to be
see how this
a
plays
close
out.
matchup, I think. Oh! A hit back from the Witherstorm, it appears, doing a full flip into a counterattack, landing a swift cross onto Steve's chin, pushing him down into the dirt with an explosion.
That's big. We don't see a whole lot of flip flops with these fights. A lot of them seem to be one sided beatdowns. This is looking a lot more close.
They're going
These
blow for blow.
they are going blow for blow. This is going to be a battle of attrition. This is not going to be an easy fought battle for the Witherstorm or for Steve.
Definitely,
We're gonna see how
definitely.
we're gonna
We're going
see
to
how
see how it
Steve
plays out.
picks up from this.
So, Steve rolls away, Witherstorm reeling back from the recoil of that massive attack.
But looks to be severely damaged without the head.
That is true, the head
Big
is
chunk
lost.
missing,
Steve
and
on the ground from that.
Steve doesn't look to have any real bad wounds or scars from that.
That is true.
You know, that is a very good sign to see. He could be in creative mode. I'm not quite sure
He
yet.
could have had saturation in before the fight as well.
This
Perhaps
is true.
eaten like a cooked steak, got some health regen during the hit.
Very possible. Very possible.
Oh, we're about to see a
Oh,
crazy clash here. Both going all in, it seems, looking to end this
yeah.
in one blow.
I'm. This is gonna be a good one. I can tell. This next panel, the next two panels, this is gonna decide the fight right
This
here.
is definitely the deciding factor here. Who do you got your money on?
Honestly, I gotta give it to Steve. I if Steve, for the sake of plot, if Steve does not win this fight,
Omni
Omni
Man's in for
Man,
a rough one. I see
yeah,
that.
he's in grave danger. Steve needs to win this for the sake of Omni Man.
For the sake of
And
the
then,
overworld.
yeah, a 2v1 with Steve and Omni Man against Hero Brian, I
Could
could see that
happen.
being a more
Could happen.
realistic battle.
Alright, let's see. Let's see. Oh, a massive explosion as they clash.
Yeah, we don't see a clear winner yet. I'm sure when the smoke clears, we're gonna find out. Let's see who it is.
Oh!
It's
Steve
Steve.
no diffs the Witherstorm.
As Steve
Stomping him
says,
into the ground. Light
yes,
work.
Steve probably was going to say light work, no reaction.
That's a
I,
classic
I
reference to the Spice Guy.
that is a classic reference to the Spice Guy. I think Steve was like, maybe Steve was holding back when he got slammed that first time, just trying to make things seem interesting, keep us on the edge of our seat. But yeah, Steve showed that Weatherstorm who's boss.
Now, I'd say this right here is a very good example of something typically termed as fly swatting. A way to make a fight
Hmm.
interesting even when one character is clearly superior to another in strength. We saw, even though Steve no diffs the Witherstorm, still a good battle here for the viewers to kind of understand the stakes of what's going on here.
Oh, absolutely. You got to hand it to the writer of this story. I don't know him personally. I hope to be on a personal level with him one day. But just the way he tells these stories, it's more than a story. It gets you invested. You feel like you're there. It feels like this battle is important to your personal life. I just really love how he gets me invested in all these stories.
It's right on your home turf. I fully understand
Hmm.
that, man. Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see perhaps a team up of Steve and Omni Man. Or maybe Steve will try and take Hero Brian on his own, not even want Omni Man's help.
let's see.
Oh, lore drop here. Big lore drop. They appear
Wow.
to be brothers.
Yeah, and when Steve says, I see you escaped hell, brother. So it looks like
He may
at
have been
one
trapped
point,
in the
Hero
nether.
Brian, yeah, Hero Brian may, I don't know if they're saying Hero Brian was stuck in the nether, or perhaps Hero Brian was killed and sent to real hell for the atrocities he's committed.
Really could be seen
Um,
either way here.
Maybe, I'm sure we'll find out within the next few.
We will,
They
we
might
will.
expand on it, maybe not. We'll see.
You
We'll
always
see.
love to see a good brotherly feud in manga. They always turn out
Abs-
great. Amazing
oh,
example,
absolutely.
Sasuke and Itachi. Beautiful fight
Mm-hmm.
scenes every time. We'll see where this
Exactly.
goes. Oh, it seems to be another clash.
Another
Steve and
1v1.
Herobrine going in at the 45-degree angles. I'm expecting a big explosion here.
I am as well. Hero Brian's ready for it. He's saying, let's end this here, brother. They're not even concerned about Omni Man. He's just on the
No,
sideline watching, hopefully
maybe.
recovering
Yeah,
if he needs
he
to step in.
definitely will need it for the upcoming battles. Seems
Oh,
like
he will.
there's a lot of tough fights upcoming for the gang.
Oh, absolutely. And Steve would be a very valuable ally if they could get him here. So it's vital that he
For sure.
survives this
They
fight,
need to
too.
make sure he survives. It is Monica's first words in the manga here,
This
potentially
is big,
disproving
guys.
your previous theory of the Skinwalker.
This is. I also had another possible theory that Monica was dead the whole time, and she was only a figment of Sabrina Carpenter's imagination, since she was the only one who addressed her. That looks like it's out the window. She came from the Nether, it seems, and she's ready to come and save Omni Man as she screams Omni Man.
This
This is
this
big.
could be big. I'm thinking maybe we've seen from the other three on the main team that they're heavy hitters. I'm thinking
Hmm.
maybe from this scenario, Monica could be more of a support role to the team, as we haven't seen her take
Yeah,
any main fights. She could play from the sidelines, which looks like something Omni Man could definitely use right now.
I can definitely see that. Yeah, that's good to see though. I'm a big fan of Monica personally. I'm glad to see this. I mean, I'm not throwing the theory completely out the window. I'm still gonna hold on to it. Just maybe she's still possessed. I don't know, guys. I'm just throwing it out there.
You
But
never know.
we'll see. We never know with this writing, but let's find out.
Monica asks if Omni Man's okay, but it looks like he's in some deep trouble here.
Yeah, yeah. And for a Viltrumite to
Just
be down for the count,
saying
you
they're
know
not fine. That's tough.
it is. It is just showing how powerful some of these villains are in this story. I don't know, you know, maybe our protagonists will get a bit of a
A
training arc,
training
a little
arc,
bit of time to
perhaps.
train
I
and
think that
prepare.
could be helpful. Or I'm
Yeah,
thinking from this, with how close to death, uh, Nolan seems, I think it could be possible that Viltrum blood could act similar to one of a Saiyan, where he gets a Zenkai boost after this mean beatdown here. I think that would be a big power boost for the main cast.
I could definitely see this happening. And if something like this were to happen, this would definitely help the team out. You know, within this crypt, I don't know how big it is. I don't know how long the team is going to be here. I don't know how long the story's going to last. If it were longer, I'd say potential for a training arc, but it looks like it might be a little shorter inside the crypts. So I'm saying something like a Zenkai boost. Yeah, I
I
could
think that
definitely
would be
see that happening.
unnecessary.
Hmm.
Moving on. It seems Nolan has gotten back on his feet. That is good news for the main cast here. Very
And
good news
Monica
indeed.
says, "I'm glad you're okay, Nolan Chan." Wow. Okay. This is actually good. The use of Nolan Chan, I think that's implying that this is Monica. Guys,
I think she's real here.
I think she is real. You'd have to go to some very deep lengths to play this character so well. I don't think anyone else could do it. I think this is the real Monica.
I
For
do
now, I'm
as
going to
well. I
scrap the
see it.
theory.
But always keep
This is,
that in the back of your heads, guys. You never know in the crypts.
yeah. Yeah, and you
Things are
never know
not
with the
always as they
storytelling.
seem.
Exactly. There's a lot of foreshadowing in here. Nothing, everything that's in this story has a purpose, I promise you.
Exactly.
Let's see.
Monica says,
She's,
let's get out of here. Quick to take him away from the overworld.
this is
Hopefully,
true.
no ulterior motives for this. I'm hoping it's
Yeah,
just she wants to get back to the main cast.
I'm hoping so.
Maybe
The
she's
other thing
scared
I
of
will,
Steve, trying to leave quickly,
I don't know. That's the thing.
trying to avoid
The
the
other,
crossfire of the battle. Because I think they were still going, right?
they were still going at it. Yeah, we don't know how that battle ended. Another thing I'm concerned about, the portal, we're not sure if
Where
that portal's taking them back to the crypts or if it's going to take them to the nether or perhaps some other third dimension. We don't know. I don't know.
that's going to be a big gamble for our heroes. Let's hope it reunites them.
And then it looks like we're about to hit the final
Final
panel of this
page.
chapter. Let's see.
Oh, another scene of the fight. It seems as if, unless they are currently off screen, Steve has already lost two of his dogs, and his other three seem to be in severe danger.
Yeah. Hero Brian triple throw. It looks like he triple threw the diamond swords at him.
That's a pretty
This is
impressive move. That's a hard one to do.
it is. And as you can see, Hero Brian's in the air. Steve is on the ground. Guys, I'm starting to think Steve is not in fact in creative mode. I think he's in survival. I'm starting to
I
think
can
he's in
see that.
trouble.
The only thing I think I see here, possible outing for Steve, Herobrine
Hmm.
looks preoccupied throwing those knives. I think if Steve jumped now while he was busy dealing with the dogs, he could land a mean, like, uppercut straight
Oh,
into
absolutely.
Herobrine.
Absolutely. That would be big. And I know it's hard to let your dogs go, but in a fight like this, it's
Sacrifices have to be made.
sacrifices have to be made. If you don't make this sacrifice, I don't think any of you or your dogs will make it out alive. Steve's going to have to make that choice.
I mean, as Omni Man said, what's a few more years? You can always make another one.
This is true. This is true. A lot of media references in here.
Truly. So
Could see
much
something like that happening.
inspiration taken from so many different sources. That's what truly makes a piece of media timeless.
It
Fusing
is.
together so many different things. This might be the best multiverse since the MCU.
Honestly, I dare I say it could be better. You know,
I
it's
think
very
so.
young, but it
A
could
lot of
be.
room to grow.
Yeah. So, well, that's it for chapter 5
Moving
for the
on to the theory
analysis.
segment.
But yeah, let's get into some theories, man. One thing, this is a possible theory for me. So, I'm starting to lean away from the skinwalker theory. I'm not sure, but another theory for me as to why Monica's so quick to leave instead of helping Steve is that Monica and Steve teamed up to kill Hero Brian, and Hero Brian is back for revenge. That's
That's
why
why he was
Steve
in
said,
hell.
that's why he was in hell. They teamed up to kill him. And, you know, this might sound ridiculous, but I think Steve and Hero Brian used to be lovers, but Monica cheated on Hero Brian with Steve, and they plotted to kill Hero Brian for his riches.
I
And
could
that's why
see
he's,
I could see how that could get real nasty.
yeah. And then eventually Monica left Steve. So now they're both angry at her. And she's just ready to get out of there because she does not want to have to deal with that. She doesn't want to open any old wounds. She doesn't want to have to battle between the two of them. Because let's be honest, they're both very strong. They're two of the strongest characters we've seen so far. I don't know how they match up against Sabrina Carpenter or Monica, but from what we've seen with Omni Man, I don't know. It'd be a very challenging fight.
Now, I have my own theory I surmised from a few of the previous chapters. Now, I'm
Hmm.
not sure if this is the way I'd want to see the story go, but I do think it is a thing to keep in mind, perhaps. So, we know Mr. Beast is the top G of the Crypts.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Mr. Beast always, his main thing he's looking for is content. Always for
Hmm.
his videos. I'm thinking
Right.
perhaps all of the battles of the crypt could be set up as some sort of beast game. Like a Squid Game almost, with all of these characters to get
Hmm.
more views. I think it could be his biggest project to date.
You know what? I don't think that's ridiculous to say either. You know, stuff like this would be very viral on the Mr. Beast channel. This would be wonderful content to have. I can see millions and millions of people wanting to watch something like this. So I do think that it would make sense that Mr. Beast is behind all this, controlling it for the views.
Yeah, I definitely think that's one to keep in mind. Like I said,
Hmm.
I'm not sure if it's a route I would want the story to take. I feel like it's
Right.
kind of a cop out in terms of backstory for the crypt. So I
Hmm.
think that whoever is making this beautiful manga, I'm sure they have much better plans.
Yeah, I'm sure they definitely got something up their sleeve. The writing, it's wonderful. You never know what you're gonna get the next chapter. It's incredible, really.
So you got any other theories to talk about from recent chapters or not?
Recent chapters, I don't think so. One I've been kind of looking back on is Omni Man and Dr. Doofenshmirtz were ex lovers. Now, I know I already talked about the Monica romance theory potentially with the love triangle of Steve and Hero Brian, but Omni Man and Doofenshmirtz, the way I look back on it, the way they looked at each
Bro,
other
yeah,
during chapter one,
old
it
friend, a
old
love
friend,
affair.
yeah,
I think it definitely has a possibility to mean something else.
yeah. Honestly, I think there might have been something more than a friendship there. And I don't know if it was a one-sided love or how that's going on, but I hope maybe we'll see some development on that potentially.
I mean,
I'd like to
that's
go ahead.
definitely a possibility though, because I mean, think about it. In the show, you see uh Nolan with his wife. He had presumably been with other people beforehand, as well
Right.
as later on being with the, what was it, a Thraxan, I believe, to make
Yep.
his other kid, Oliver. So
Yeah.
I don't think Omni Man is one to go past promiscuity in his relations, which that also could have been what led to Doof and Omni Man becoming only friends rather than lovers.
Right.
I think there's a lot of routes that they could take with this.
Yeah. And as the story goes on, I definitely like to see some romance in here. Just a little bit. For the fans.
It
But
helps build tension too, makes some of the
exactly.
consequences feel real.
Right. Right. Because we don't know how plot armor is going to be with this story. If there's a lot of plot armor, or if we're going to see a lot of death here. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, really nobody knows except for the Crypts official. I really hope he keeps feeding us with more of this peak content. He's really been on a roll as of lately, dropping
No,
all of
he.
this so quickly. So, I
Abs-
extend this to all the viewers out there. If you have any theories, please leave those in the comments. We would love to see them. And share this story around. Everybody should see this peak media. I think it's just beautiful.
yeah, absolutely. Please tell your friends, tell your family, everyone you know. You know, we. I mean, I don't personally know the creator, But to be writing something like this, I'm sure they're a great person. Please, guys, get in this community now. Well, it's small. I promise you, it's going to be big. If you want to be a part of something big, please join. Please join, guys. I urge you.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. I'd like to thank you, Scary Jerry, for having me on tonight. I'd love to maybe make some appearances in future chapters as well. Just keep doing what you do best, man.
Yeah, thank you. And once again, thank you, Mage, for joining. It's always nice to have some company here. Always nice to get some more insight. I'm sure the viewers will love to see this. Love to see all the you know points of views from this. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next chapter.